Alright, everybody. Hello and welcome to my stream. I am Darkside Phil, and I welcome you to the first stream of my streaming week. That is right, I am back from my day off yesterday, with a few things to talk about. I hope you guys had a good day away from the streams. As you know, I am here 6 straight days a week, and my one day off, I usually am running around doing a lot of stuff. In particular, yesterday, we did not have a lot to do for a change. But at the same time, it was very, very hot here in Washington State. Mid-80s, beating sun. So, we were out for like the first half of the day doing stuff. And after that, we just kind of came home and relaxed at home with Jasper because it was just hot outside. It was like, man, we really don't want to be out there with how hot it is right now, which sucks. But what are you going to do? So we sat at home in air conditioning for the second half of the day. Jasper got a new collar because he needed one. His collar had been fraying and falling apart. We got him a nice little collar with pineapples on it and a little blue bell now that makes noise when he goes around the house. It's actually a little louder than the previous bell that he had. So anyway, yeah, it was an okay day out. Let me put it that way. It wasn't a bad day. It wasn't an amazingly, oh my god, we did super fun stuff day. It was kind of a more, got some fun stuff done the first half of the day and then kind of relaxed the second half of the day. You know. I got to spend some nice time with my wife at home, which is nice. So, yeah, it was all right. It was all right. Nothing really too much to talk about in regards to that, honestly. But of course, we're going to talk about many different things. Many different things here, guys, on the pre-stream. First of all, being the developments that happened yesterday in regards to Twitch streaming, which I'm not too happy about at all. As you guys know, it was over 2 weeks ago when I first received false DMCA claims against this channel, which shut it down twice over the course of one weekend for my sub badges, which people were claiming, well, I say people, it was one idiot, had completely fabricated a situation claiming that they were stolen, which they definitely were not. So, because of that, you had to go through hoops to get everything cleaned up. And, it continues, right? It continues with that nonsense. So, I had requested at that point to get a new partner manager. Now, for those of you who don't know, okay, a partner manager is someone who, on Twitch, works with a streamer with issues. For example, if I was getting in trouble with the community issues, oh, man, that was going to be, you know what I mean? Like, oh, well, they would work with me to figure out how do we make sure you don't make the same mistakes in the future, or what flies, what's allowed, what's not allowed. A community manager. A partner manager is also supposed to work with a partner on opportunities. For example, if there's an exclusive partnership to work and make some extra money, a sponsorship opportunity, etc., the partner manager is supposed to talk to the partner about that. And if there's any new features on Twitch as well, the partner manager is supposed to talk to the partner about that. Now, I'm going to be very honest with all of you. I never asked for a partner manager on Twitch ever back in the day when I came back to Twitch. Remember, I'd started streaming on Twitch in 2013. Partner managers didn't exist back then, okay? I streamed all the way through, I want to say it was like late 2015. And then I left and I didn't come back until very late 2016. So I was gone for about a year and a half from Twitch. I was streaming over on YouTube exclusively for a while. And then I came back. And when I came back, I decided to do it full time because YouTube had fallen apart at the seams. Ad revenue was terrible. The adpocalypse was happening. And I want to say it was probably mid to late 2017 that Twitch assigned me a partner manager. I didn't ask for one, but they were like, oh, here's a partner manager you're going to deal with on a daily basis. If you have questions, this is who you go to. On any issues, they'll be contacting you if you get into trouble, which they did. If you remember, Twitch changed their rules for, community guidelines and whatever. And I got into a couple issues there where basically I got suspended very short term. One was like a day and one was supposed to be 3 days and got cleared up within another day. And I hadn't had an issue at all since early 2018. And back then, I had a partner manager who I talked directly to on these issues. And he said if I have questions, if I have concerns, that I should talk to him directly about these things. Because that's what he's there for. Okay? Now, that was years ago. And as I said, I haven't had any issues on Twitch in years to have to talk to anyone about. right? So, I decided in early 2019 to write my partner manager about an issue that I thought was going to possibly happen. Now, at this point, this guy seemed still active. Like, I saw his account still had activity and stuff on it. So, I basically messaged him with a potential thing. There was someone who said they were basically going to harass my account with, like, false flags and stuff. So I just said, hey, FYI, just so you know, you're probably going to see more false flags against my account than usual. I'm sure usually you see a bunch anyway, but you might see an influx now because this asshole is going to do stuff, okay? So, that was the last time I even wrote the guy, and he never responded. Now, that was early 2019. That was like maybe like February, March 2019, okay? So fast forward to now, here we are, summer of 2020. I finally got issues that I need help with, false DMCA claims hitting my channel. And I go to talk to my partner manager, he's gone. His account looks defunct. There's not even like there's not an avatar assigned to it. It looks deader than dead. And I monitored it for several days, never signed on. So the guy basically doesn't work for the company anymore. Okay? So at that point, this was about, I'd say 2 weeks ago, I created a log. Oh boy, a log system. We know how well these work. A log system with customer support for Twitch requesting another partner manager. And I said, I used to have one. I don't know what happened to him. No one ever told me that the guy was going away or wasn't going to work for the company anymore. And now I have a situation with DMCA where I feel I could talk directly with someone and get some answers on status updates or, what's going on and what we can do to prevent it. And this would be a perfect opportunity for me to have someone to talk to, so I'd like another one. So 2 weeks pass. All right, 2 weeks. Nothing. No response. In fact, the Twitch support staff didn't even assign the log. Okay? Yesterday, I'm off from streaming. I was actually waiting for my wife to get ready so that we could head out and do some stuff. And I get an email from Twitch support. You see, the thing is, we're really sorry that your previous partner manager isn't with us anymore. But you see, we've got a limited amount of partner managers. And in fact, apparently they don't even call them partner managers anymore. They call them account managers, which means probably the whole system's changed. Okay, so he says we don't have a lot of account managers. Like, he literally said that we don't have a lot of them. Like, wait, what? Your site has grown exponentially, and you don't have a lot of them, so you have less than before? And he says, so we don't have one we can assign to you. And even if we did assign a partner manager to you anyway, the partner manager won't help you with DMCA. DMCA is handled exclusively through our legal department. And here's the process you need to follow. And basically, once again, I'm not exaggerating, they copy and pasted the counter DMCA notice instructions for about the 4th to 5th time in a fucking log here through the Twitch support dashboard. Like, every time I ask them for help with DMCA, all they do is copy and paste the form of how to do a counter notice. So they did it again. And then they closed the log. That's the best part. So not only do you not get satisfaction, you wait 2 weeks for a response. Your response says, sorry, we can't help you. And then they close the log and they say, oh, that was, what's the word for it? It starts with an R. Oh God. Not responded, but like, basically it was like fulfilled. Your request was fulfilled. What? Wait a minute. My request is for a new partner manager. You tell me you don't have enough anymore. You tell me they won't help me with my issue anyway. You close my log, but then you mark it as if you did a job well done. Wow. That's great. See, now I come from a business background. Okay? And in a business background, I know how this works. The customer support department has metrics that they're rated on. So what they need to show is that every log that comes into their department is within a certain amount of time addressed. And once it's addressed, that they actually fulfill the customer's request or resolve the issue or whatever you want to say. And they have to mark it as such, and that counts as a positive metric for them. If they have an issue that stays open longer than a certain period of time without a resolution, that's a negative towards them. Okay? So I can tell you exactly what happened because I've worked at companies like this before. The log came in, they had no answer. The person who was assigned the log was dreading actually answering it because they knew that they were going to look stupid. They waited 2 weeks, which is probably exactly the length of time that's within their time frame of an acceptable answer response time. And then they responded at the very last minute so it wouldn't go as a negative towards them. And then they closed the log to make it look like they actually had given a satisfactory response when they hadn't. Okay? Pretty funny. So, what a great experience. That's just, outstanding customer support. I mean, I'm really glad. I really feel appreciated when I get treated like that, No, I don't. Now, here's the thing. This is exactly the same thing that happened to me with other companies before. This has happened to me with many companies over the years. YouTube used to be the same. Machinima, at one point, was exactly the same. If you remember when I started with Machinima, way back when, in 2011, okay, the whole experience of being with them completely changed over the course of the years that I was with them. They went from being automated to having direct points of contact. They actually had a head of partnerships who I would talk to on issues, and he would help me out. He was the one who helped me through the 2015 debacle of the false DMCAs with fan art and shit like that. He talked directly with the YouTube team every day to give me answers. I had another person who I worked with at Machinima directly, who was basically kind of like my partner manager with Machinima, and they were the one who helped me to get to E3. And there was another person, yet another one, I know, that's how many people I dealt with at Machinima, who would send me free games for that 1 year. What was it, 2016? That 1 year, that person basically got me a few free games, and they were the person who apparently got me the advanced copy of Fallout 4. Okay? So, with Machinima, it was kind of the same thing. At one point, man, they were good. They had people you could talk to. They would help you immediately. They would try to hook you up with stuff. Get you to E3. Get you guns. What the hell? Get you games. No, they didn't get me guns. Holy shit. Imagine that. Oh, Partner Network sends you some guns. What the fuck? No. Send you games. Get you opportunities. And the next thing you know, those people don't exist anymore. Huh? Why? And then I would contact Machinima and be like, well, what happened? Where's this person? Oh, they don't work with us anymore. We just changed our company structure. That whole department doesn't exist anymore. Wait, what? This is someone who I was talking to constantly on issues, who was helping me out tremendously. You laid them off? Yes. Oh, so you don't think that actually, like, dealing with the people who work with you and make you your money is important to you, right? And that's kind of what happened with Machinima. They went down the tubes as a company. The management structure of Machinima was so bad that the upper management kept restructuring the company, making it, is it a partnership company with people on YouTube? Is it a company that wants to make videos for YouTube? Is it a company that wants to be a media company and makes media series? Remember, they made a Mortal Kombat series and they made a fucking Halo series for some reason? It's like, what do they want to do? It doesn't make any sense. Like, none of it ever made sense when I worked with Machinima. They never had a focus, and that's why they went out of business. When you have no focus as a company, you can't succeed at anything because you don't know what you're supposed to be fucking doing. So, I hate to say it, but this kind of feels now like the same exact situation is going on with Twitch, where at one point, they want to work with me. They want to be helpful. They assign a manager to help me with issues and everything. And then, all of a sudden, for an extended period of time, for me, it was almost 2 years, I had no issues at all, no reason to talk to anyone at Twitch, everything's good. Then I finally start getting issues. I go to talk to them. Oh, that guy doesn't work for us anymore. That department doesn't exist. There's different kinds of management structure now. There's different account managers. There's no more partner managers, just account managers. And we can't give you one anyway. And they wouldn't help you anyway, even if we gave you one. So close your log. Like, wow. I've been around the block more so than most content creators. Most content creators can't say they've been doing this for 12 years. And it just seems to me like, I hate to say it, but this whole deal with internet content creation is still to this day not taken seriously by any of these companies. That they still think that video games and making videos for YouTube or streaming, oh, it's just a thing, it's a hobby, it's a side thing, it's no big deal, right? It's just for the kids. Who cares if anyone actually gets any help or if any, not the fact that there's people who do this for a fucking living. This is their job. This is their career. This is what they put their heart, their soul, their hard work, their blood, sweat, and tears into over the years. No one cares about that, right? Seriously, who cares about that? Instead, well, fuck it. Well, we'll just get rid of everything that's working, just for the sake of the almighty dollar, or who fucking cares, right? So, with all these situations we've had over the past few weeks, guys, I'll be honest here at this point, when you get treated like that, and basically you get told, we just don't give a fuck about you, and, we don't care about your issues, do what we tell you with this form letter response for the 20th time, and if you don't, oh well, we don't care. You know what that says to me? I don't care either. I don't give a fuck about them either. Listen, I've told you guys this a bunch of times. I'll say it again. I love the community we've built here on Twitch. I love that every day I come here, I turn on my stream, we play fun games, we interact, we have a good time together. I like the fact that we've got a dependable mod team that helps me out. They volunteer to put their hard work and time into making the streams an enjoyable place to be. And we can have a good, fun time to hang out here. And you know what I mean? And just have a great time. That's all I really care about, is having a good time with you guys on a daily basis. And I've tried other places, YouTube in particular. And I know for a fact that, sadly, those places are not great. YouTube in particular, with its very, very bad chat system. Okay? Not moddable at all. And I'm not saying that maybe there aren't other places that are maybe fun to be as well. Like maybe if I went to a what's that one? D Live, or what's the other one? Bitstream or something? No, not Bitstream. What's the other one? Well, anyway, there are other places to go to stream if you want to. Okay? I'm not saying that they have a giant community like they do here at Twitch or anything like that. I'm just saying, is it Bitwave? Bitwave is what it's called? I don't know. But the point I'm making is, I am not stuck here. Okay? I'm not stuck here. And in my line of work here, what I'm doing, it's not like being here on Twitch is the end all be all. A lot of people have said you gotta stay on Twitch because of the exposure. What exposure? I don't get any exposure on Twitch. It's not like I get featured on the front page. It's not like people are searching and they find me in the search and they come join my streams. That's not the case at all. I very much have a dedicated viewer base and, let's be honest, a dedicated hater base. It's a mix of people who come and watch me no matter where I am or what I'm doing, and that's going to continue. If anything, we saw that during the whole DMCA debacle when I decided, let's jump over quickly to YouTube. People would come over to YouTube. If I went to a third-party website, I'm fairly certain that most of my viewership would go there too. Now, I'm not saying everyone. I'm fully aware that there are people who just like being on Twitch, and they said, man, I really wouldn't want to have to leave here. I agree with you. And a lot of you have come to me over the past 2 weeks and said, please do whatever you can to stay on Twitch. We really like Twitch. We don't want you to leave Twitch. Especially with what you've built here. We love the experience and everything. We want to stay. All right? I hear you. I hear you very much. Okay? But at the same time, we got to be real here. This is my job. This is not my hobby. This is not a fuck around thing. And I make more money doing this than if I got another job. At this point, I have to keep doing this as my job because, number one, it's the most consistent thing I could possibly do with the whole coronavirus pandemic going on. And number two, because, hey, I've done it for so long. It's consistent. It's fun. And people love it. And people have told me outright, if I stopped doing this, it would be a huge emptiness of what used to be a part of their lives, something that they like, they depend on, something that's consistent, something that's entertaining and fun. And people follow my story of all the crap I've been through, and some people find it as an inspiration, the fact that I'm still here to this day when I could have given up so many different times. Let's face it, right now, if I just got frustrated and said, well, since no one's going to take me seriously, I'm out of here, I quit, I'm going to go get another job. Yeah, right. Good luck. So I would never get any kind of a good job right now. The job market is insane because of the coronavirus right now. And in addition to that, I've been out of the job market for 10 years. I always said, gee, if I move out here to the West Coast, maybe I could go work at Boeing. Boeing is the aeronautical company, planes and everything. Because I worked at a helicopter company and I know a lot about aeronautics. Well, guess what? Boeing is laying off an insane amount of their workforce because of the coronavirus. You see what I'm saying? So this is what I have to stick with at this point. I have to. It's the only thing that's actually worked out for me consistently and the most dependable job I've ever had. As silly as it sounds, as crazy as it's been over the last 12 years, where the highs and lows of YouTube and now being a full-time streamer, this by far is still the most consistent and dependable job I've ever had in my life. And I've been employed since I was 15 years old, you know? So you're talking 23 straight years of work. The last 9 years that I've done this has been more dependable and consistent than anything else that I've ever done, you know? I was framed and fired from one company. I was laid off from another. I busted my ass. In one case, I was the only person in the department even fucking doing any work. They don't care. You know, American companies don't give a fuck about the employees. They mistreat them, they overwork them, they underpay them, and then they cut you whenever they think it's convenient. The fact that I am able to be the master of my own destiny, I get to do whatever I want. I get to create the content that I want. And the fact that I'm crowdfunded now, it's not reliant on, oh my God, ad revenue from YouTube. And if YouTube fucks up today and can't get enough ads on the site, now I don't make any money. It's different now. Things are much different with what I'm doing. And I very much am enjoying what I'm doing. Okay? I like this, being, like I said, being the master of my own destiny and you guys supporting what I'm doing because you like it and you like me. It's pretty damned awesome. Okay? So that being said, I want to keep this going. And I'm going to kind of, I guess, do what our plan was. So here was our plan, FYI. I'm going to keep trying to stream on Twitch as long as I can. Okay? If false DMCA claims come in, which they very much could happen, in reality, I expect at any moment. I'm serious. Like, at this point now, every day when I turn on a stream, I'm expecting that at some point during the stream, we're going to get shut down for a false legal claim against me that's completely fabricated. Okay? So the plan is stream until that happens. When it happens, if it happens, I'm going to say when it happens because I guarantee you it's going to happen again at some point. I immediately file the counterclaim. I go over to YouTube and I turn on a stream. And we just sit there and we talk on YouTube and kill time with this Q&A or whatever we want to do until the claim gets reversed. Now, the truth of the matter is the response time of the DMCA department at Twitch is great. They usually do it within an hour. And then everything gets restored. So it's more of an annoyance than anything else at this point. But it's still an annoyance, a major annoyance that disrupts my work. And there's nothing I can really do about it. If we want to stay together on Twitch as a community, all right, we just kind of have to put this up or put up with this. I know that sucks, right? But it's just what we have to do. We have to put up with nonsense on a daily basis if we want to stay here, because Twitch apparently completely did away with any professionalism. They got rid of all their staff that would actually directly deal with people, and now it's an automated garbage system where you sit around for 2 weeks to get an automated answer that they close your log and don't help you. So if that's what we're gonna have to deal with. You know, the alternative is going to YouTube for now, and YouTube, number one, does not just grant blanket DMCA claims. I can tell you that for a fact because I've been involved with them. I know all about that. That now they actually have a second and even sometimes third wave of checking on information before they'll grant a DMCA claim over on YouTube. I was victim of this many times over the years, and they do not just grant the claims anymore. Now, maybe it's because they feel they're bigger and they don't have as much legal liability. Like, no one's just going to go out and outright sue them or stuff. I don't know. But I know it just doesn't happen constantly over there. Okay? That's a good thing, right? The thing is, though, YouTube's chat system's terrible. We hate it. It's garbage. It's not moddable. Even getting Nightbot over there to try to moderate has not been fun. It's been a nightmare to try to get Nightbot working with YouTube and getting it to do, you know, to shut down spamming and trolling. And it's just not good, okay? And I don't. That would kind of be like, I definitely want to stay with Twitch, but worst case, if Twitch just keeps doing this over and over and I can't stream consistently, and now it's apparent they just don't care, they're not going to help me, then I guess we go to YouTube. All right? I don't want to. I want to stay here, and I hope we can stay here. But you got to understand, at some point we got to kind of make a decision if the nonsense keeps happening, you see. Let's just hope for the best. Let's hope it doesn't. But at the same time, You know, who's to say it won't, right? So I guess we'll see what happens. But hopefully we don't get slammed constantly. But that's the plan. I'm going to stream. If a stream goes down for false DMCA, if you see the stream get suspended, you know what's going on. I'll tweet about it immediately on my Twitter at @TheyCallMeDSP, issue the counterclaims, and then just go right to a YouTube stream until it gets released, and then we go back to business as usual. And that's really how we got to approach it for now until whatever. I don't even know, But it's obvious. If anything, these last 2.5 to 3 weeks now have exposed a insanely huge glaring hole in Twitch's DMCA takedown system that they don't give a fuck about. They just don't care. Now, I've said this before, and I'm going to say it one more time. I don't understand how other content creators are able to stream on Twitch. Because obviously it's not just me where this is the situation. It's obvious that this can happen to anyone. Anyone can just do this to any streamer. So if that's the case, how is not every fucking streamer who has trolls getting taken down constantly? I don't understand it. You would think this was evidence, right? This was glaring evidence that this situation can be exploited by anyone and they can get away with it. So if that's the fucking case, why is anyone allowed to stream, right? Because here's the thing. Twitch would be forced to actually fix it if everyone was being taken down. If the DMCA department was absolutely flooded, they'd have to actually fucking fix their broken system. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I don't understand. I get the feeling that there are protections in place, but it's not for everyone. That sadly the protections are for the big money makers, people who are bringing in $1 million a year for fucking Twitch. They get protection from false DMCA, and everyone else gets the fucking shaft. So once again, it's unfair treatment, unequal treatment. You're getting tired of this now? I mean, it's only the millionth time that we've been through this since I've been a content creator, right? It's kind of like, I don't like sitting here and ranting about it at all. But I get so tired of it. All right, I do. I just get so fucking tired of it. That enough is enough at some point, Enough is a fucking enough. So, well, let's see what happens today. All right, guys. So before we get to the schedule, gaming news right now, the only gaming news really going on is that game Fall Guys, I guess, went free for PS Plus yesterday. We're going to try that out on Friday and see how it is. Also, to my knowledge, I think that the Avengers game is supposed to go into open beta in the next week. But for those who pre-ordered it already, they already have access to the beta. And guess what? The responses are not good. Most people are saying the game sucks ass. It's insanely boring. All you're doing is beating up generic robots. There's nothing interesting to the game. It's literally just co-op, beat up shit, and grab loot. And apparently it's a huge disappointment from people who are saying, like, it just doesn't seem like there's any reason to even get it. And now people are saying, well, now we kind of understand what they said when they said it was going to be game as a service, an ongoing service, that they have like a 2-3 year roadmap for this game. And basically all it is we're going to keep releasing DLC characters for the game that you pay more money for, or maybe either free, who knows. But to them, they're thinking milk the customer long term, probably with microtransactions and DLCs. But all it apparently is, it's going to be a co-op game. Where you play as one of the Avengers, and you just kill generic enemies and get loot, and that's it. That's the whole game. Wow, they really put some effort into that one, huh? At the very least, I wasn't really looking forward to it that much. I'll be honest with you guys. Really, I wasn't expecting much out of the game. As I said, it had been so long since we actually had It had been so long since we had a Marvel game, right? And I even said this. I said, man, it's so weird. We did not get a game to tie in with all of the Marvel movies that have been coming out in the last 5-6 years. Like, there's been nothing. They really didn't capitalize. At the very least, it was like Spider-Man. But outside of that, where's the Avengers? Where's all the MCU games? None. And now they finally make one, and it seems like there's just fucking no effort. It's a cash-in game. Jesus, man. So, I don't know. I guess we'll see. I'm gonna when it does go open beta, which I believe it's supposed to be over this weekend. I am gonna check it out. I want to check it out on a major stream. I want to mess around with this game and see what it is to try to get a feel. And we'll see together what the game is and if it's something worth doing, you know? Because, man, they took their time to make a fucking MCU game, and now they do it, and if it's really as bad as the people playing the beta are saying, I don't know what they're thinking. I mean, this is an opportunity to make tons of money, and they're going to blow it. So, I don't know. So, anyway, that's what's going on with games, not much, okay? Let's talk about the schedule. Let's talk about what you guys can expect for this week. A good variety of stuff coming up this week for sure. So, today it's the continuation of Destroy All Humans on this first gameplay stream. And at this point, from what I'm to understand, the game has 23 story-based stages, and I think I got up to like stage 16 already or something like that, 16 or 17. So I thought I was going to beat it today, but a few people actually contacted me during my day off and were like, nah, there's no way, because the game actually is much tougher now. Like, these next few stages get really difficult, and the only really way to beat it is to get all the good upgrades, especially for the ship. Apparently what I'm being told is the spaceship needs to get a lot of upgrades in order to be able to beat some of the stages coming up. So what I'm going to have to do is do a little bit of grinding today, just to forewarn all of you. I have to do a little bit of grinding today in the game of the side content, in order to unlock enough in the game, enough, upgrade points to upgrade everything and be able to beat it. All right, so I'm just forewarning everyone. It looks like that's going to happen on today's stream, and got to put up with a little bit of grinding. Sorry, it's an old game. It's the only thing you got to remember. This is a very old game. And it was meant to be like that. Like, I get the feeling the game itself, the campaign's short, but you're meant to grind the side content to, number one, extend the length of the playthrough and the amount of fun that you get out of the game, I guess. And number two, to earn the upgrades to actually beat the main game. Okay? So we're going to try some of that today. We'll see how it goes. Okay? Will I beat the game today or not? I guess doubtful, at least from the feedback I've received. Probably doubtful, but we'll see what happens. Tonight, it's a continuation of Fire Emblem Three Houses. I'm not going to lie. I'm very interested in continuing the playthrough now after the crazy events of last stream where, Edelgard and her kingdom declared war on the church. And now it seems like maybe the church isn't all it's cracked up to be, that we're finding more things out about the church that we didn't know at first, and now people are skeptical of who they want to side with, including people who've been on our team the entire game. And I'm very curious to see what's going to happen with the plot. It's actually getting very interesting. So I hope you guys will join me tonight for the continuation of Fire Emblem to see what happens with that plot. Okay? Tomorrow, we return to Ghost of Tsushima for another major stream. And if you've been tuning into my Ghost streams recently, man, they've been good. I went from going full-on using of the bow into melee combat, and the melee combat has gotten much more entertaining with some new abilities I've unlocked. Last time around, I did a lot of missions for Norio the Monk, and also for Ishikawa and Lady Masako, and it looks like we'll continue on with some of that stuff this next session. More side content, elaboration, and heading into another major story mission. That's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to that tomorrow for sure. Tomorrow night, the continuation of Paper Mario the Origami King. Pretty good game, in my opinion. Pretty unique, because I thought at first it was going to be like an RPG, and it does have RPG elements, but it's really more of a puzzle game than an RPG game from what I've seen now. And the dialogue written is pretty clever, pretty entertaining and funny. So I really like the game. I hope you guys will join me for more of that Thursday night. Friday, I'm going to check out this game's Fall Guys. All right? In reality, I don't know much about it at all. I haven't really followed it. I just know that it was very popular. They had like an early access kind of a deal where they were sending codes out and people played it for about a week. It got very popular on Twitch, and now the game's out for free on PS Plus. So I'm going to be checking it out this Friday. We're going to see what is this Fall Guys all about. Okay? Then Friday night, my weekly Throwback Street Fighter session. Okay? Saturday, more Destroy All Humans, and from what people have been saying, that more than likely will be the final stream. If, I do a mix of grinding and progress today, then likely I'll finish Destroy All Humans this coming Saturday. Okay? Saturday night, the continuation of Fire Emblem Three Houses. Okay? Sunday, more Ghost of Tsushima, and more... Oh, actually, I take that back. Sunday night will be Animal Crossing New Horizons. All right? Why Animal Crossing Sunday night? Because every Sunday night for the rest of August, they're doing special summer fireworks celebrations. All right, and I'm excited for that. Kat happened to just boot up the Switch last week when she got home from work, and it was happening, and it looked really awesome. So we might be able to do a whole stream of doing stuff during this fireworks celebration, which should be pretty neat. So I hope you guys will join me for that Sunday night. And then on Monday, it's going to be a toss-up, and here's why I say that. Because I may try the Avengers beta. If it came out over the weekend or whatever, maybe I'll try the Avengers beta. In fact, I may try it a little earlier. If it comes out over the weekend, maybe I'll try it Saturday, Sunday. Okay? But we'll see. And then Monday night is going to be more Paper Mario. So this week will be a good mix. It'll be Destroy All Humans concluding. It'll be the continuation of Ghost of Tsushima. It'll be Fall Guys and possibly the Avengers beta. And then the continuation of all my playthroughs on the late streams. All right? Now, once I finish up with Destroy All Humans, I will be starting up the Viewer's Choice playthroughs. If you guys remember, the first one we're going to be doing is the Nier Automata run, where I try to do 100% completion of the game when it comes to the alternate timeline, or not timelines, but alternate plot lines. I don't know how that's going to go, because obviously I haven't done it, and I also don't know if I have the cloud save to be able to resume the game or not. I may have to start the entire game over from scratch, which admittedly wouldn't be that bad of a deal. It's been 3.5 years since I played it, so a good refresher may be in order anyway. So we're going to see what happens with that. Then later on this month, if we have time, dependent on how everything goes with Ghost of Tsushima and Nier and the other playthroughs I'm doing, we may do Batman Arkham City Remaster. But we're going to see time-wise, how we're doing. I'm just going to reiterate one final time. Divinity Original Sin 2 is also a viewer's choice pick. And it is something that we're going to do, but we're not doing it till I finish Fire Emblem. Because there's no way I could do 2 insanely lengthy, drawn-out RPGs with almost similar combat at the same time. It's not going to happen. I have to wait till Fire Emblem's done. At the rate we're going, I'm only just under halfway through Fire Emblem, so we got a ways to wait. Okay? Now, a few other things. If you guys haven't noticed, chat crowns are back for subscribers. That's because I just went ahead and re-uploaded them on Monday. I waited 10 business days per the instruction of the DMCA department of Twitch, and they never restored them. So I said, fuck this stupid shit, and I uploaded them back myself. So they're live again. For those who are subs, you get your crowns back, or your different level of crown to show how long you've been an ongoing supporter. And I hope that you guys enjoy those. Okay? In addition, we have a subscriber goal set for the month of August. If you take a look at the top of your screens, I've set the subscriber goal at 850 subs. Why 850? Well, first of all, because we've been consistently around 800 for a long time now. So I feel it's time to try to stretch. All right? In addition, what is the goal? Well, if we hit 850 subs, here's what's going to happen. You guys are going to nominate a style of marathon. And the options will be things such as an indie marathon, a rage-a-thon, a classic platforming / Mario marathon, among maybe 1 or 2 other things. So you guys are going to be able to pick the kind of marathon that I'm going to do. All right? And then what'll probably happen is you guys will pick some of the games and I'll pick some of the games, depending on what kind of marathon. You know what I mean? But that's what we're going to do. It's going to be some kind of a fun marathon that I want to do. Gaming marathon. I haven't done one in a long time. And at this point, I was like, man, we did so many retrospectives. We did so many viewers' choice. At this point, let's do something different. Let's do the whole marathon event. Okay? So, please consider subscribing to the channel this month. We hit 850 subs. We're going to be doing a gaming marathon that you guys are going to help determine what it's going to be. All right? So, you guys know the benefits of subbing. You get over 40 emotes, including all the new vest emotes and stuff that have been added recently. You also get the chat crown badge. Thank God they're back. And you don't have to watch advertisements when I take an ad break, okay? Fair enough? All right. I think I've covered everything now at this point, okay? Again, I just want to reiterate. Every moment I stream on Twitch, I'm at risk. Every moment I'm here, there may be a false takedown because their system sucks and they don't want to help anybody. So, if it does happen, I will go immediately to Twitter to let you guys know what's going on. I will immediately issue a counter notice to try to get the stream back up and running, and then we'll go to YouTube and kill time on a YouTube stream until stuff comes back. Fair enough? Okay. Let's get the shoutouts. Here we go. So, a couple cheers came in over the course of my day off. It was Golden Colts who did about 5 different cheers. Thank you, Golden Colts. I also received a tip from Street Fighter Fan. And they said, welcome back from your hot, sweat-drenching day off. Wishing you a great stream week. Well, the thing is, it wasn't like that, because that would be like, let's say it were like really humid, then it would have been like that. No, but what it was just blatant heat everywhere, man. Everywhere we went. You go inside of a building, you come outside, you go in your car, and the car's like 95 to 100 degrees inside. Like, oh my God. And it just drains you, you know? It gets to the point where it's now been like this for about 2-3 weeks straight. And we just wanted to go back to our nice, moderate weather here that we usually get. We were very fortunate this year, because some years we get hot weather as early as April. We didn't get it until late July. But now we're already tired with it. We're like, fuck this. Let's get the fall weather, man. We had enough. We like the moderate weather. We don't want the extremes. We don't want cold, cold. We don't want hot, hot. We want it right in the middle. I don't care if it's raining or not. That doesn't affect me at all. Just let it fucking rain if it wants to. Just give me nice, moderate temps, and that's what I'm all about. All right. Okay. Midnight Syndicate got the tipping started today with a $6 tip. So first of all, let's get Midnight Syndicate up on the leaderboard, and then we'll read what they had to say here. There we go. Shit. There we go. That is not correct. Look where I put it. God damn it. Hold on a second. I screwed up. What the? Oh my God. That's what I wanted to do. You gotta forgive me. I'm just coming back from break. I'm a little rusty. Alright? I'll get back into the swing of things today. I promise you guys. But for now, you gotta be a little bit patient with me. Okay. So Midnight Syndicate. First tip of the day, $6. And he says the following. Twitch blanket accepting DMCA claims, rejecting your request for a manager, saying managers don't even handle DMCAs anyway. Must be their way of saying your trolls aren't our problem, you're on your own, not professional at all. The thing is, I'm sure I'm not the only person. I'm sure there's many people out there who are very disappointed. And it's funny because over the past few years, people have said to me, Phil, what do you think about this, about Twitch, all this negativity people are saying about Twitch? And I'm like, I'm not really affected by it. I haven't had any issues with Twitch. I stream here. I do my thing. They allow me to do what I love. I'm not going to sit here and complain when there's really nothing in the negative going on with me and Twitch. Well, I guess it finally got to the point where now I'm affected, you know. And it sucks because I was backing Twitch 100%, saying, yeah, everything's working well. I've got a contact if I need it. And then I finally need it, and he's not there, you know. So it sucks ass. Yeah, it sucks ass that a company like Twitch has lost all professionalism, which they have at this point. A log system where you submit a help log and you don't get a response for 2 weeks and it's a form letter response and they close your log and claim that they resolved your issue. That's not professional at all. That screams of unprofessionalism. We don't care about the money you make us on a daily basis. So, that's why I don't give a fuck either. Elon just cheered. I know you care about our privacy. Have you thought about banning subs from using TikTok? It would be a good PR move and maybe some interviews for doing it. I don't even know what you're talking about. TikTok has nothing to do with my streams at all. And according to the news, if TikTok doesn't get bought by someone in the U.S. soon, they're going to just ban it from the U.S. anyway. So I'm not too worried about TikTok. Tarantula MS 2018 resale for 29 months. Thank you, Tarantula MS. I appreciate that. Only Ice Coffee did a 200-bit cheer, which is the biggest cheer of the day. So let's get him up on the leaderboard here. There we go. I can't believe Twitch let the cartoon characters with pink, blue, and green hair back on Twitch television. Fail fish. Yes, indeed. Fail fish indeed, huh? Well, if you know who he's talking about Ninja. And it's not... I'm not surprised they let him come back. I think that sounds ridiculous. Of course they're going to have him come back. He makes them tons of money. Right? But for me, here's my honest take on it. You can either agree or disagree, and that's fine. That is the most hypocritical thing that guy could have ever done, because when he left last year, he claimed publicly the reason he was leaving Twitch was not for money. That he was leaving because Twitch was too restrictive, and he didn't like the policies in place at Twitch, and he wanted to go somewhere where he was free to do more stuff, how he wanted to do it, and it was less restricted. If anything, Twitch has gotten more restrictive, right? In the last year, it's gotten worse. So, for him to come back is 1,000,000% eating crow. And I think he realizes if he goes anywhere else, especially after he went to Mixer, and he didn't get nearly as much attention on Mixer as he did on Twitch, I think he realizes Twitch is the place to be if you're going to be a full-time live streamer. And even though he took a ginormous payday, so he doesn't really give a fuck, it's to him like, well, if I'm going to keep doing this, I got to go back to the big play. I'm not. Where's he going to go, right? Is he going to go back to Is he going to go to D Live or again Bitwave or whatever? No, he's going to go back to the biggest platform. He's the biggest streamer. Go to the biggest platform, right? And of course, the platform's going to welcome him back with open arms, right? They're going to say, yes, come back and make us money. So this is not shocking news whatsoever. Whether Twitch accepting him back or him coming back to Twitch, not shocking news whatsoever. But I do think it's pretty embarrassing and hypocritical for him. Not that he cares, he's filthy rich. He probably feels he's above any kind of embarrassment because he's a filthy rich motherfucker. Because of kids watching his content. Fortnite crap. But that's business, right? That's business. Tarantula MS 2018 to be $4.20 said, hey, Phil, how's it going, Tarantula? Hopefully you're doing well. And I thank you for the tip. Thank you for the sub as well, obviously. Appreciate that. Button tipped $1. Are you proud of me? Oh, I'm so proud of Button. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but thanks for the $1 tip. Play Toy Story 2 video game now, tipped $1. And asked, does cat wear vests? No. And that's all I'm going to say. He has a giant message, and it's so stupid the question, I'm not even going to read the rest. Angelo Bestia, resub for 2 months, says, it's all about cost cutting. I work for a very large American telecommunications company on the business side, and it's the same. Every billion-dollar company loves to act like they're hella broke and will do whatever their money takes them. Yeah. And it's sad, because it just shows that it's all about the almighty dollar. It's all about, not about the content creators that make them rich. YouTube, Twitch, they don't give two fucks about anybody besides the money lining their own wallets. Why do you think people on YouTube who have done egregiously bad things constantly are still on the platform and haven't been deplatformed, right? I mean, it's crazy the fucked up stuff they've done, and they're still there. And they're not going to get rid of them because they make them money. So, same thing with Twitch. People say all the time, why is this streamer who did this horrible thing still here? What do you think? Because for some dumb reason, people sink money into these dumb people and make these companies money, so they're going to keep them on there, and they're going to keep doing egregious shit to get attention. That's how it works. It's all about money. And what happens is the little guy like us, like me, like you, we get hurt. We get stepped on. We're the ones who get mistreated. While the big wigs who do all the wrong things to get ahead and get attention and be rich, they're the ones who get all the special treatment. I mean, that's really how business should work, right? You reward the immoral, fucked up people who did messed up things to get where they are. And the people who, do the right thing, step all over them, treat them like dirt, right? But that's American business. That's how it's been. Capitalism. That's how it is. It sucks, but it's just reality. License for Soul, resale for 2 months as a My Samurai. Yes. Midnight Syndicate tipped me $1. Did you hear about the explosion in Beirut, Lebanon? Apparently a stockpile of ammonium nitrate was stored unsafely in a warehouse. 100 or more people killed, thousands wounded, cities significantly damaged. Yeah, I've seen several videos of this thing on the internet, and holy fuck, man. What you gotta wonder is, now here's a giant city, right? It's Beirut. So many people living there. It's the equivalent of a giant American city where there's thousands upon thousands of people living in confined spaces. Why were they stockpiling explosive materials there exactly? Like, would you think that maybe you're going to store explosive materials away from a lot of people just in case something like that happens? But I think that's what everyone's saying at this point. Like, it's common sense. Like, someone's an idiot. And even, I think that, who is it, the prime minister or whatever, publicly said, yeah, I'm going to find out who did this and make them accountable. This is insane that we have people living in fear now that at any point our whole city could fucking explode because of some idiots. Pretty fucked up. So, I guess, it's terrible. I obviously, you don't want to hear about people dying and horrible things happening. You look now at the city, pictures of the city after the blast is like decimated, entire buildings crumbled and shit. Like, oh my god, fucked up. Frenolith gives it a sub to Nair Sock. Congrats to Nair Sock. And Gerard Crow cheers. Says, oh boy, I can't wait for Gerard Crow's cheer. Here we go, everybody. You ready? So he says, first, the Avengers game is not tied to the MCU in any way. It's its own separate thing. I don't deny that. I never said it was. Second, why would anyone want to watch you play the beta after you just told us it's probably going to be a boring grind? To confirm that it's a boring grind. That's why. Because what if people are just full of shit? There's been many times that there's this general consensus or public opinion about something, and then when we actually check it out, it's not true. You know, how many times, oh, this game's too short, and I play it, it's fucking insanely long, and it's actually fun. Or same thing, oh, this game has so much content, actually I beat it fast, you know. I hear these things all the time. It's a free public beta, why wouldn't I check it out? What do I have to lose, exactly? So here we go. Thanks a lot, Gerard Crow. Very, very insightful, very useful. Appreciate that. Alright, so a couple of quick things here, guys. A couple quick things. First of all, FYI, I was bombarded with messages yesterday of people who went to a detractor stream and decided to publicly talk in the chat and even sub to the guy. I've told you guys a million times, I don't give a fuck about detractors and their content and any of that shit. I just don't. Alright, and I'm not going to address it on my stream. But you guys have to understand something. All that is public knowledge. And if you're doing that, you're pretty stupid. Like, of course people are going to be talking about it, gossiping about it on the internet. This is what these people do. If they gossip about me, they're certainly going to gossip about the detractors and the people in the detractor channels. So here I am, having a nice day out with my wife, and I gotta get emails from people. Did you know that this stream chatter from your stream was over on this guy's this channel, and he subbed to them, and they're using their emotes, and look what they said here. I don't care. I mean that. Like, I don't want to hear about this shit. I don't want to know about this shit. I don't give a fuck. It's so stupid. But you have to understand that your actions are public on the internet, right? You have to understand that. And you'll understand that all you're going to do is create drama and probably get in trouble for it. Like, you'd have to be really, really dumb to do that, okay? Especially if you want to continue to be on this stream. Why would you go over to a detractor stream, sub, and start using email? You know, are you dumb? I mean, you gotta answer that question. Are you dumb? Because what did you think would happen, right? 2 people this morning used an emote on this stream that obviously it's banned on site. Are you dumb? Because guess what? You're not coming back. If I see that once, you're out of here permanently. Here's another one. You're out of here permanently. Like, are you stupid? The answer is yes. You are stupid. I don't know what else to say. Like, you are really stupid if you do that. So, just to forewarn everyone, listen. I cannot control what anyone says or does outside of this stream. I can't. All I can do is react if people basically tell me, did you know this is going on, that's going on? Did you see how fucked up this was? Remember, over 2 weeks ago, there was a situation where I was banned from Twitch temporarily for false DMCAs, and you had 3 or 4 people who were regulars in this chat who went to another chat and were celebrating. Now, what did you think was going to happen? Did you think I was going to be happy about that? That you waited for me to be down and out in a situation where I did nothing wrong, but now my livelihood's being threatened, and you think that you're just going to piss on my corpse? Well, guess what happened? They got banned. And then they spent 2 weeks begging me to come back. You see? So understand that your actions in life have repercussions. All right? I'm not asking for any information about anyone. I don't want to be bothered by it. I don't. But if you're going to do dumb shit and then you get moderated appropriately for it, understand, you know, there's nothing I can do about it. If you're stupid, and you will, you know, you will pay for it. I don't know what else to say. Okay? So I'm just saying that up front. I'm just saying that, you know, publicly. I can't stop you from going anywhere or acting a certain way, but understand that if you can't be here anymore because of it, that's your own fucking fault because you're an idiot. Okay? Alrighty then. Continuing on. Bloggaballs tipped $1.30 and says, I can't wait for you to talk to a human from Twitch on the phone. You can tell them how crippled their business structure is. I probably never will, though. That's the thing. That's the funny part about places like this, is once they get to this point, that doesn't exist anymore. So, for example, with Machinima, all right, for years, I had contacts in the company that I needed to pick up the phone and talk to someone. I could reach them and talk to them, and it was great having that personal interaction and have them taking my issues seriously and everything. It was good. And then once they did away with all that and laid all those people off, it was just a log system forever until they went out of business. You know, and that's pretty much the way I see it now with Twitch. They're never going to go, once they get rid of that level of interaction, they're not going to go back to it. I will never get someone from Twitch on the phone ever again. Never once will I talk to another person from Twitch. It will always be impersonal, log system, no answers. Mature Adult cheered and said hi. Knees and Toes tipped $1, says, what's a game you love but everyone else hated and vice versa? What was it? Murdered Soul Suspect I actually really like. I'll be honest, the Deadly Premonition series. I can't say it's a good games, but they're very fun. Regardless of the fact that they're terrible games. Vice versa. I don't know, it seems like everyone liked Destiny. I hate it. I think Destiny is a terrible franchise, very boring. And honestly, besides Halo 3 and Halo Reach, every other Halo game I've ever played I felt was massively overvalued. So maybe it's just a Bungie thing with me. But that's kind of how I feel. Okay? Alright, Gerard Crow cheers. It's possible bigger streamers do have special protections against the MCA claims, but I think it's more likely they just don't have trolls like you do. They have trolls, but not trolls who go as far as the MCA claiming them. That's complete and utter bullshit. That is 1,000,000% bullshit. If you think that big streamers don't have people who are obsessed with them to the point where they would try to hurt them, you are very, very naive. Mature Adult Cheers says, before we start, can we have a moment of silence for the cats that passed away in the Beirut explosion? I'm not going to joke about that. What I would say is it's a fucked up situation that anyone would die because of something insanely stupid like that. But no, I'm not going to sit here and make a joke out of it like you're trying to fucking do, so shut up. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a brief break. I'm going to use the restroom. All right, when we come back, it's a continuation of Destroy All Humans. Now, keep in mind, everything's back to normal. We're trying to continue the vest streak going here today. Trying to have a nice normal stream. I don't know if we will because of the DMCA shit, but if we do, we do. Great. I'd be very happy to have a fun stream with all of you guys today. Okay? So, let's take a few minutes break. I'll play you guys some music. And I'll be back soon with Destroy All Humans. Sound good? Alright. Thanks, guys. I'll see you in a bit.